I got 12 kids to feed, man. Come on, man. I got 13 kids to feed, man. I got 13 mouths to feed, man. So when it's time to buy the games, when it's time to support the devs and do that shit, motherfuckers disappear. I got 12 kids to feed, man. Come on, man. I got 13 kids to feed, man. I got 13 mouths to feed, man. So when it's time to buy the games, when it's time to support the devs and do that shit, motherfuckers disappear.
Acts like he's running Sony. It's not the same as Xbox Infamous just for games. Sony is a hardware company. Microsoft software company. So why the fuck is Helldivers going to Xbox then? In order to sell hardware, your hardware has to have compelling exclusive content. Bro, we really don't have exclusive content in the name exclusive. All right? Let's be out of here. Shout out to Guapzilla. Let's look at Guap. Since the geniuses over at PlayStation continue to brag about record-breaking profits and revenue, let's list the first-party PSI releases our $30 billion a year has gotten us. Now, keep in mind, he's talking about PS5 exclusives. The actual term, exclusives. Not cross-gen, not timed, exclusives. Naughty Dog, nothing. Sony Ben, nothing. London Studios, 0, close. Polyphony Studios, 0. Because Gran Turismo 7 is cross-gen. Nixes, they made 15 games and none on PS5. Santa Monica, 0. Because Ragnarok is cross-gen. Insomniac Games, 2. And that's Rift Apart and Spider-Man 2. Gorilla, DLC. Forbidden West is really the only PS5 game they made. Firewalk Studios, 1 game. Team Asobi, 1 game. Housemarque, 1 game. Bluepoint Games, 1 week, was a remake. You got Helldivers, Concord's a flop, Death Stranding 2. $30 billion. $30 billion. Yo, how do we have more exclusives on PS3 and that was failing? They were losing money with the PS3. Yeah, we got more exclusives. And Sony didn't mess around with cross-gen.
Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy, what's happening, what's going on? K-Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer, talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Man. Lord have mercy. Let's get this gameplay popping off. Let's show this gameplay. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Yeah, no. It's work time. It's work time. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I did a little mix with some other stuff, like, you know, because there was one actual song, because my son did that intro, made it for me, because he's into photography and stuff like that. And I mean, it was like many moons ago. It was probably about like, what, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. And so that was like the shot of the city now looks way different. Like there's way more stuff in the city. But anyway, and so yeah, so like he used this song, but then so I kind of blended this one song with another song. And anyway, so yeah, I was so yeah, thank you for that. And because I thought it sounded pretty good. So anyway, thank you for that intro, for the liking the intro beat. But yeah, no, welcome to this Weenie Roast edition of My Thoughts. Or maybe I told you so. My thoughts. I'm feeling pretty good today. Not only because of the fact of I feel a little vindicated, but it's just the fact of now we're finally seeing the PlayStation fan or stan crumble before our eyes. Just crumble. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I've never seen them like this Ever. This is usually some things where they get hit and then they're kind of rocked, but then it's like, nah, we got to revert back. This is rocking them. This is rocking them because you know what this is? The smart ones know the reality is here. It was no different than what the Xbox fan base had to realize and understand and had to digest and take with this whole exclusive situation when Xbox was like, because you know what? I remember when King Thrash came over to GRG a couple of years ago, and he's talked about these, what was it, the 3 pillars or the 3 diamonds or the 3 octagons or whatever kind of crazy shit that he was talking about. And you know what? I got to give him a little credit because he was right on one thing. He was right about Xbox letting their games go over to PlayStation. But what he was so wrong about was about PlayStation about to do the damn same thing. They're already doing it. It's just not come to it's not come to the forbidden yet. There's sweets. There's sweetness, which is those PlayStation exclusives, does not come over to the darkness. To the darkness. Oh my God. Listen, Ocular. When the dam breaks, it is a wrap. I don't know what PlayStation channels are going to do. I don't know what they're going to do because they can't keep just talking bad about Xbox this, Xbox that. Oh my God, this, that, this. When it's all over, said and done, what do they got? They that's all they talk about is Xbox. Now when and their beloved, sweet exclusives. It's over. It's all over but the singing, Jack. God dang it. Boy, when I heard, okay, so if you lived under a rock in the gaming place, this is what's been going. This is what happened. Okay, so there was a job listing for a dev to help with multiplats for PlayStation games. Well, it said it in big bold letters of what games, well, not the games, but what they were going to work on and where they were going to put their games on. PC, which we already know. Nintendo, which we just now seen about with Horizon Legos, the Lego Horizon game. But then it also listed Xbox. And it also said mobile, which we already knew that they already had mobile. But that got people out there. What? Hold on. And then, of course, at the first, when it gets weird for PlayStation stands out there, they get real quiet. So what they do is that they huddle up, they get in the DMs, they get in the little social nets, and then they all try to devise a plan to counteract it. Bro, it ain't gonna matter because you know what they can't. See, this is the thing. See, Xbox gamers can talk about sales too now. They can talk about, because listen, what's in their top 20 list? A whole bunch of Xbox games. See, the whole game is flipped. It is flipped now. We sit there and try to tell people about, look, yes, we don't like the fact as being traditionalists in this space that we don't want. We don't like this whole giving up the just letting it all hang out and give your exclusives over to the, as we call, the gaming enemy, which it's not, but it defeats all of the console war purposes. Xbox has been trying to do this for the last goddamn 15 years, ever since the Xbox One popped off. It was like, man, we want to try to get rid of this whole dumbass narrative. We did care about it. We don't care about it as much as we used to. And you can tell by the moves that they've made. They're looking at it from a whole different perspective of like, okay, we have to, Phil Spencer saved the brand. Got a super team together. Now, I know that some people might sit there and look and say, well, they might have their differences about Matt Booty. They might have their same thoughts about Sarah Bond. Whatever the case may be, it don't matter. Major super team. They built and saved Xbox. The Xbox One generation started off very hot, and then it cooled off immensely. And then all of a sudden, the super team went and did some things that was unprecedented. Got us games that we never ever seen on Xbox ever before. And then they started making a lot of noise. Had the most powerful console until now, until the PlayStation 5 Pro. And it's like, all right, it's starting to cook. But the problem is that, as usual, the gaming media, there's so many content creators out there, even Xbox's own content creators. They always, everything, and Xbox do dumb shit sometimes too. Don't get it twisted. But we all know this, right? Like, but sometimes a little bit of this kind of just want to play and jump around on both sides of the coin. When PlayStation dudes don't do it, they stay right there firm on their ground. They might go on podcasts and be cool with some Xbox gamers and stuff like that, but they're staying 10 toes down with PlayStation at all times. And they're not going to deviate. They might have a discussion. They might agree on some things, but they're never going to deviate from being a diehard player. Like there's some of these Xbox content creators, as we know, will sit there and play the line, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're over here being PlayStation dude. They're over here being PlayStation content creators. Games changed. And feeling them is also said it a million times. I like, listen, they hate the console war. It's not like that. Like, these people know each other. From all sides, they've worked together. They've collaborated together. Yes. Do they want to beat PlayStation's ass? Absolutely. Do PlayStation want to decimate Xbox? Absolutely. As a business, yes, because they look at Microsoft as a threat. Doesn't matter how people look at the sales numbers. We tried to tell these people for years, hardware sales is not where the real money is. It's the software. It's always been the software. And now you're hearing it. They're getting it now. Some of those PlayStation stands out there are getting it now. They understand. They get it. What's up with you, Corey Wills? Corey Willis, thank you for coming through. Thank you guys coming up. Don't forget to share this out. If you're new, hey, welcome. Welcome. Like I said, today is going to be I'm going to be savage today. What's going on with you, child of God? What's happening with you, brother? This is my thing right here. It's like, they're starting to get it. Stuff that we've been trying to say to people for I don't know how many years. I've been saying this to my PlayStation brethren over there for years. Look, bro, it's the software. I understand PlayStation's cooking with their console sales. And yes, they do generate money, but it isn't enough for them. They keep telling you this is what you have to do in order for them to sustain the level of what they want, what you want from them. And if they're seeing Xbox over here making money like they're doing, they're like, oh, no. What is this? What is this madness that Xbox is doing over here? Is it working? Yes, sir, it's working. Get our text in line. We got to do it too. They've been doing that for the last goddamn 20 years. How many things that PlayStation has done that's followed right behind Xbox? Going back to trophies, which was going back for Xbox achievements, to trophies, to live services, to everything else. Like, I mean, it's crazy. The only thing like PlayStation had was the innovators, no doubt, in their heyday, in their main heyday. But not anymore. Like, they look like hell. Look at what Nintendo, man, tell me, am I lying? People who have a Switch 2. It is an Xbox One. It's an Xbox One. But the Xbox One was so hated. Nintendo over here telling, man, bricking people's consoles if they feel DRM. Nintendo saying, man, hold my beer, hold my scotch. If I think you doing anything illegal, I'm gonna brick this shit. I don't care how much you paid for it. Go buy another Nintendo. Because you broke the rules. And you telling me that, and they gave me, oh my God, it's so wonderful. Are you kidding me? Xbox One got demonized for DRM. And Nintendo was breaking people's goddamn consoles that paid, what, $500-$600 for. Are you mad? What's up with you, Bunty? I wish Viper was here so he could do the bumper quats, whatever. So it's just mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. how much Xbox has been doing the work, doing the gaming lord's work. Doing it, setting examples all throughout gaming. And these people will dog it, rip it apart, and say, Xbox said, the dream team. That's what I'm calling Phil and them. Because they doing stuff that you heard me complain. You heard me. I said, listen. I even went to Phil and I said, Phil. And, I left a message with Phil and I said, I don't like what's going on, but obviously you see something that I don't. And so all I'm letting you know is I'm still on board. I understand you're dealing with a lot of flaky ass people. All I'm saying to you, bro, hey, I'm Xbox ride or die. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like this look. I don't like this look. I don't like these exclusives going over to PlayStation. I don't like it. And now, but it's just like what I've been saying. Give it time. Let's see what happens. It could blow up in Xbox face, and the next thing you know, Xbox might have to pivot again. Or Xbox is doing is what we've heard and what we've listened to other podcasters that's been about business as well, say it's the Trojan Horse. And it is. PlayStation is seeing this. Their staff is seeing this. This isn't a joke, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes. Listen, I don't think people really get an understanding of how bad that the situation was with PlayStation losing all that money. They lost billions, ladies and gentlemen, billions. Ocular, exactly. Phil knew. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what Stanley says, Phil is the redeem team, like when Kobe went back to win yes, they're redeem team, baby. They redeem team. That's exactly what they need to be called. Not the dream team, the redeem team. The redeem team. Because what we're witnessing right now is something that I never thought that I would see ever. I never would see. I've seen cracks in the PlayStation dam. This shit is about to break, son. All we need is one of those single player type, not these little indie single players. We just need one, because then they know there's no turning back after that. We knew it when we seen High Five Rush go over there to PlayStation. We knew it. We tried to act like no. So I'm trying to make a thing like, okay, well, if Xbox does the 70% of their games go over to PlayStation and the 30%. And then I even went down to say, man, hold on to the 10%. Hold on to the 10% to make it exclusive and give 90% to PlayStation and Nintendo and everything else. But hold on, I don't want to see Halo, Gears, and Forza, and it's too late. Once Horizon got over there, it was over. And I knew it deep down in my, well, I didn't know it deep down in my heart. I assumed, but then when I seen, I read the rumors and things of that nature about Horizon going over, I said, it's over, Jack. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And so now we've gotten content with it. Some of us, most of us, I should say. Some didn't. You got others that's jumping on this, playing their I'm PC only, or I'm PlayStation, or I'm Nintendo. But there's always something that I've been 100% certain of. And I've said it for years. And I will continue to say it. If Xbox is doing something positive that's making money, PlayStation cannot and will not allow it. Because if they're generating money, because again, all you have to do is look at the end year stuff, the whole when people get all into the end of the year numbers and things like that, Xbox keeps catching up to PlayStation. And what I'm trying to tell people is like, okay, but look at the sales of the console. They only got 20 million. They only got 30 million. They only got 40 million. It don't matter. It's 3-1, 5-1, 20-1. But you know what? When you look at that bottom damn line, what you see is Xbox is gaining on them. And now Xbox games is over on PlayStation and they're charting better than PlayStation games? Yo, You don't think that they ain't the PlayStation people, the PlayStation staff up there is not tripping out? Like, what is this shit here? We spent millions, and I mean millions, on these games and on these third party exclusives to keep it off of Xbox. And you're telling me these games ain't charting over these old ass Xbox games that's coming over here? Are you telling? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. I can't wait for a Lost Soul Aside. I can't wait for it. I'm copping it on PC, of course, the definitive edition. But that game is cooked. That game is cooked. That game is cooked, and I hate it that it's cooked. Because it looked like a badass game. You know, that dude, I've been following that dude on YouTube for when making, he was modding Final Fantasy games, and he finally got him a studio. I'm really excited for the game. I don't think the game is going to be groundbreaking on any level, but I think that, but you know what I'm saying, I want the game to succeed. But what it's up against on the PlayStation is diabolical. Well, just all over in gaming, but what's it up against is just diabolical. Like, Sony put it in a bad spot. I know that they had to delay it, but my God, why put it in that spot? And you know what games is going to be dropping when Lost Soul Aside drops? It's going to be NBA 2K. It's going to be if people get the early edition, that shit's going to drop on my birthday on August 25th. Then you're going to have Snake Eater that's right there around the corner. Then you're going to have, you got Madden, that's a little bit before that. That's going to be like in the middle of August. Then you're going to have, in the early part of September, you're going to have Borderlands 3. And then the coup de grace, the killer move. Xbox is like, oh, really? Oh, PlayStation paid to keep that game off of Xbox? I got you. Redeem Team, send the hounds. Gears Reloaded dropping around the same time when Lost Soul Aside is there. Do you not think that that's not strategy? Jack, that's strategy. Xbox know exactly what they're doing. They're like, we're going to break you, PlayStation, one way or another from your bullshit of keeping games off of our platform and then doing these dirty ass behind the tactics, trying to tell us, yo, yeah, so they little stand minions can go up here and say, it's not on Xbox. You don't need an Xbox. Xbox said, okay. All right. And so all that money Sony paid to help develop and for the marketing and this, that, and the third, Lost Soul Aside, it's only hope. And you guys know it too. The only hope for Lost Soul Aside is the PC community. That's it. You know it. I know it. Hell, PlayStation knows it. We all know it. And there's even more games. Hell, there's Hell is Us, or it's their new game. Like, I don't think that game is gonna like break any records or numbers or anything like that. But there's just too many games in that space for that particular game to be exclusive. This is why this whole exclusive thing is whatever. So that's why, like, when that Yahoo sitting there talking about, well, I don't want to bring from Moon Studios talking about, well, I don't see the point of bringing my game over to Xbox. Bro, you can be bitter all you want to. PlayStation fans, if you dropping your shit anywhere near something where PlayStation fans buy something else or want something else other than your game is not going to be first priority. So you can go ahead and make that point if you want to. And thank you so much, DJ Berto Das. He told people to slap that like button. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it for the super chat. Yes, hit that like button, hit the dislike button if you don't like what I say, but you know what I'm saying. It's the truth. It's the God's gospel. It's the truth. I've been saying this. It's happening. There's no escaping this. I just can't wait. Which is going to be the first single player known game that's going to drop? I can't wait. So then they know. But PlayStation's going to be smart with it. You know, PlayStation ain't going to just give up the whole slate immediately. They're going to be patient with it, just like they did with everything else. But my thought is this. I'm thinking the first, it's going to be one or two. It's between 3 games, in my opinion. One could be, let's see, Horizon Zero Dawn. The remaster. Why not? Why not? Get an audience. We seen what Horizon Forbidden West, it did not do well. It did not, PlayStation said it themselves. Hey, it didn't meet expectations. Yoshida said it. Didn't meet the expectations. So what's the best way to get that? So it could be Horizon Zero Dawn, or it's going to be we already know the Lego game is coming to Xbox. So it could be, so if the Lego games come, then Horizon Zero Dawn could be, the remaster could be that one. Second one, Days Gone. That game ain't making no money no more. PlayStation could, hey, it could be, maybe with the help of Xbox gamers, it might revitalize that game. Who knows? It may not, but PlayStation can make some money off of it. But this third one, this is the one. This is the one where I'm thinking that they're going to do it with. And I don't think anybody's paid attention to it. And that's Returnal. See, because let me explain to you why Returnal would be perfect. Because Returnal is a cult classic for the PlayStation community, right? But it's not that type of game where people are going to say, start to get, no, they ain't going to get into a hissy fit about Returnal. They're just going to come out and they're going to say, oh man, that's a good game. You know, y'all bots better blow support it. That's kind of like, that's what I think is going to be that first single player game that's going to drop. But then once that happens, you all know what's going to happen. You all know what this is. It's over. You drop one of those known single player titles on Xbox and it's over, Jack. The whole slate's gonna come. And when I made my crazy ass theory and this was crazy. This was before this news even came out last week when I did my thoughts. I said, I know I got a crazy theory and I can get cooked for it. But hear me out. And I said, we made the point about Gran Turismo, because now since Xbox is in a bad spot with motorsport, sadly, Gran Turismo is not selling. And I got corrected last night when I was doing a fight night, which I was getting my ass beat, but I got caught up into the conversation with people. So anyway, but thank you for the good ass whoopings on Street Fighter 6. I appreciate it. I will be ready for revenge and be focused, laser focused this next time when we play. But anyway, but I gotta be, if you want to see me get a good actual ass beating, please watch Fight Night last night. It was a beating. It was a beating. Then I went in there to play some Marvel vs. Capcom and got cooked in that. It was bad. It was a bad night for me for Fight Night. But regardless of that, let's move on. But I got corrected because I was thinking it was only 8 million. The last time I seen it was 8 million. People were saying it was about 14 million. Okay, that's great. But that's still not Gran Turismo actual numbers of what we used to see. Gran Turismo used to do 20, 30, 40 million like that. That's why it was the number one selling PlayStation game of all time. It was the standard. And it's reduced from 30, 40, 30, 20 million to now 14? Hell, I was thinking 8, which I was thinking was worse. And then so Xbox comes up here and brings out Forza Horizon, a 5-year-old game, 4 or 5-year-old game. And that game charts like that. It was the number one selling PlayStation game for that month or for that little era or whatever that they posted. And that game sold over 3 million? Over 3 million? Bro, you don't think PlayStation's looking at this like, man, what the hell is happening here? Wait till you see what Horizon 6 is going to do when it drop day one on PlayStation. Horizon now is the racing standard. It's got, what, 40 million copies? Whatever the case. Man, it's nuts how Forza Horizon is. I love motorsport more, but my God. So why not PlayStation go ahead and bring the granddaddy of sim races over to the box? Like, hey, y'all having a problem with y'all's motorsport game? We got one. Now I'm listening to you. Listen, now I'm not gonna go crazy here, There will not be no Bloodborne coming to Xbox. Then I don't know. Something's up with PlayStation and From Software. Bloodborne is not on the list. I know that would be great, but that's not happening. Cypher said, "Whoop that ass last night." Yes, well, Cypher beat the dog shit out of me last night. He had an 18-game winning streak. Now, I mean, when I got focused, I gave him some matches. I did win a few. I won a few, but I gave him some matches. But then it was just like, but then when somebody was bringing up something else, and then Husky came on, and then Ham came on, and then it was all over. I was more focused on time. Then I started talking about Halo, and then I was all lost at that point. I started talking about Halo 5 and Halo and everything else, and I was all lost. I wasn't even in. I was still trying to fight, but yeah. Anyway, watch Fight Night and see me getting thrashed. Great. Corey Willis said, Gran Turismo does not need to be bottled down to one system anymore. Those car licenses are cheap. Exactly. This is one of the reasons why people aren't buying Gran Turismo like this. They're just not. Because they have to make money the same way, just like all the rest of these companies are. Like PlayStation wants them to do the same thing. And traditionalists of Gran Turismo do not like this system. Do not like that license system. They hate it. They hate it. So what can nullify that? Man, bring it on out. Why? What you holding back for? The waters? The Xbox already told you the water's warm. It's nice. It's cool. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. But see, PlayStation community over here thinking that, oh no, it was all sweet, right? And listen, they know better. They know better now. Because remember, the pressure from the PlayStation community and media that loves PlayStation, they will put pressure on Xbox content creators of all types, especially the bigger ones, to make them realize that they are out of touch. Case in point, the Helldivers 2 thing. Like, so when the gentleman from Xera, I think that's what they're called, sit there and talked about Helldivers, from what he's heard and understood that Helldivers 2 was coming to Xbox. Well, it was the gaming media and the PlayStation community jumping on his ass about, no, it's not. So much so that he backtracked. Man, if he stood on his business, he would be looking like they're still taking credit for it now, but he backtracked. No, man, no. You know what that means? That means it's smart. This is, see, again, and the only reason that the PlayStation community and some of the gaming media pushed back because Helldivers 2 was a major success, and it did fantastic on PC. It did okay on PlayStation, but where the meat and potatoes was on PC. And so, no. They don't need Xbox. They're fine. They're fine. That's no. I think that Shinobi dude and all, yeah, no. They all said it wasn't going to happen. Oh, shit. In less than a month, we going to be eating good. And I think that game is going to cook. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that game's going to cook on Xbox because it's a perfect type of Xbox game. It's a great game. It's a great game. And that's another thing, too, while I'm over here reading from Tryhard Fan. The problem with why we will not see a, what was you just talking about? Good grief. Bloodborne is because it didn't sell well. It didn't sell well. I thought that game cooked. I did not know that game did not sell. It still sold, 2-3 million, something like that, whatever that, that's a lot of people, but still, it did not meet the expectations. And this is one of those things. And hell, listen, that was one of those rare PlayStation games that people love that just did, especially last gen for PlayStation. See, this is the thing. PlayStation bet on their fan base, which, listen, how could you blame them? PlayStation 4 was dominant. The game sold fantastic, all that. And so PlayStation said, we going all in. We banking on y'all. We got this. So we're going to make the license. We're going to have the marketing strategy to sit there and bring Final Fantasy back and lock it down on our platform. Put it on our new console. We got Spider-Man now. We got all this. We got, man, we cooking. And reality hit. Now, again, I think a little bit too of what happened during the pandemic was kind of a mislier for everybody in the industry because people were staying home, so they were buying games. I mean, like, hell, you got people that's working and they over there chilling, and now they ain't working, they chilling. Yeah, you're gonna buy games. You're gonna enjoy yourself. You got a little stimulus package, you good. Now I can go ahead and buy me a console and buy me some games. There ain't no stimulus package coming, Jack. Jobs is getting scarce, Jack. The economy is not looking too hot, Jack. And y'all keep raising prices on these consoles. For the first time ever, I cannot ever in my lifetime. Now, it could have been when I was a child, but in my lifetime of understanding economics or understanding like prices, I've never seen consoles stay at these prices. Hell, even go up in price. I've never seen it in my life. It boggles my mind. So now here we are in a time where Xbox is seeing this. This is where I sit down, like I said, when I gave my message to Phil Spencer, I said, listen, I don't know. You're seeing something that I'm not seeing. I'm not liking it, but I know you're seeing something. So I'm just going to let you cook. We just going to, hey, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not going nowhere. I got too many goddamn games invested in my Xbox to go anywhere. So they seen it. All you got to do is look and see how people are tightening up with their money. They don't know. It's too uncertain out there. And when you're talking about, and this is another thing too, gamers have demands, me as well. We want the best, the brightest, the biggest, we want it. We want the toughest. We want the best, right? We want it. And so they're like, okay, you want this? Okay, you want a handheld? You want this handheld to rival the Steam handheld, all that? Cool. We got you. That shit gonna cost you eight bills. Maybe even $1,000. There's been gamers that's been buying them. I be looking all suspect on it because I just like tech, and so I'm like, yeah, but I know I'm not gonna be playing it like that, so I'm just like, But what do you think these new consoles is gonna cost, ladies and gentlemen? We already have a PlayStation Pro that's like what, $700, $800, like $700. They raised the damn price of the goddamn Xbox Series X and the S. I think that's the dumbest strategy of all time, but whatever. What do you think these new consoles is going to cost? And my point to this, to go all about this whole reason about why PlayStation is going to start letting it's going to be what third party is, what people try to say and claim about what Xbox is because of this reason. People aren't going to be able to, people that are able and people who aren't able aren't going to be buying multiple consoles like they used to. At the max, they'll buy 2 consoles. Or they'll buy a PC, or they'll buy or build a PC, and they'll just buy 1 console. And for the console lovers that don't care about PC like that, they're only going to get probably the Nintendo and either an Xbox or a PlayStation. It ain't going to be, I got all 3. That era is over because here going forward, once you broke the dam with consoles over $600, whatever this new PlayStation and new Xbox is going to look like, but trust and believe that shit ain't going to be cheap. That shit's going to cost more than car payments. Hell, it's according to where you live. It might cost around the same as how much where you live at. And so people ain't going to be buying those multiple consoles. Oh, I'm going up there, man. Man, you think I'm going to try to, listen, there can be those out there that want to act, talk, and splurge and shit like that. Man, nope. That's why I built my PC. I'll just upgrade to the 60 series. I already got the 40 series. Get the 60 series. I don't see a point of me jumping to the 50 series. I thought I was, but now I see you can't trust NVIDIA right now. So maybe we'll see with the 60 series. Upgrade my PC, and I'm buying another Xbox. That's it. Now, I'll get a Nintendo. I said I was planning on getting the Nintendo, but that's it. That's it. PlayStation, you're out of there. I'm not buying another PlayStation ever again. Never again. I've learned my lesson. Mostly all my games is on Xbox and PC. I have a strong library on my PlayStation, but nope, not as much as I do on my Xbox. So why would I do? I'm not doing no more of this double dipping. See what Xbox did when they did the Play Anywhere thing. It changed the game for me. It really, because I was like, okay, man, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm still gonna do the nah, sir. And then you're talking about the shit's gonna be. We're gonna be talking about consoles. It's gonna be $7, $8, $900 maybe. Bundles is gonna be like, man, bro, are you kidding me? Like the rumors about the PlayStation 6 is supposed to be comparable to the 4090, which I know that that's bullshit. Because trust me, if it is comparable to a 4090, you're going to be paying well over $1,000 for that console. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. So that's a lot. If you said a 4060, 4070, I would probably say, okay, all right, but that's still gonna cost you. That's still gonna cost you some bread. That's still gonna cost you some bread. So this is like people are just listening. And so now you're talking about we're gonna raise prices of games too. So you got consoles that's gonna be over $700. You got handhelds that's gonna be hundreds of dollars. And then you got peripherals that's going to be more expensive as well. We're talking about controllers. We're talking about cameras. We're talking about all different types of whatever goes on with these consoles, whatever, all different devices. Hell, if the PlayStation's still going to keep going with the VR, I don't know. But they're talking about bringing back the PSP. This shit ain't going to be cheap. And so, and then you talk about games that are going to be upwards of $80, $90. Like, I mean, yeah, I know that Xbox was very smart on backing out and putting and dropping Outer Worlds 2 to back to the $70. But this is one of the reasons why gamers ain't buying these games like that. Hell, they want it to be back to 60. Oculus fan said the lowest is going to be $800. He said $800 lowest, highest is $1,000. Yeah, bro, no doubt. There is no way that they're in gamers. And so like when I'm bringing back to this point of why these games are going to be coming over to, because there's not going to be as many multiple consoles being bought like that anymore. So why not? So Xbox is like, that's why Xbox said, we'll come to you. We'll bring our games to you. You might not want to buy a 800 plus console from Xbox, but goddamn it, you want to play them Xbox games. We now know it. All this talk of Xbox fodder and all this, no, you love it. You want it. And wait till you get a real hold of it. Wait till you taste, not taste, pause. When you feel the greatness of Gears. When Halo drops, when Starfield finally drops, my heart just sinks every time I say that, but it's a reality, it's what it is. So, that's it. Xbox said and you don't think that PlayStation gamers is going to, that man, and then the collaboration of crossplay, and then for Xbox gamers got Game Pass, and Xbox gamers got Play Anywhere. Man, it's going to open eyes to a lot of gamers out there and say, hold up. Why PlayStation don't have this? Why is PlayStation Network? Why PlayStation this ain't on the same level of Game Pass? What's happening here? Why PlayStation don't have Play Anywhere? Why do I got to pay $10 for upgrade? Why Xbox? It's going to get people's attention, and they might still say, I'm not buying an Xbox, but they're gonna maybe move to PC. PlayStation know this. So what else can they do but just follow behind the true leader of gaming, and that's Xbox. The Redeem team has done their job. Oh, Rise Son of Rome on PC at 144 frames is one of the best experience. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bro, man, Rise looked outstanding on the Xbox One, and Rise did never get a true update for the Series X. Man, I got it for PC, and at first it was tripping out But then I found out what I did wrong or whatever, and then I said, okay, all right, let's get it right. So when I got it right, and then no, bro. Yep, 144 for because I got a man on this monitor looks out damn standing. It is beautiful. He said Try Hard said understandable. I was a bit. He said it was a bit soul crushing for me when they announced the price increase. Makes no sense to pay that much for online gaming, in my opinion, and that is true. See, that's the thing. People are looking at this situation as like, hold on, y'all are asking for too much now. We're willing to pay for a real good hardware. Like people will pay. I mean, I will pay if the Xbox is going to be $1,000, I'm going to get it. That's just what it's going to be. PlayStation gamers, they will do the same thing. If it's $1,000, they'll get it. Not the majority of gamers. We're going to see who's the real hardcore and who isn't. Because what a lot of people are going, and I mean, when I mean who isn't, I don't mean it as saying that they're not gamers, but I'm talking about hardcore. Like who is really going to make that leap day one? It ain't going to be as many as people thinking. Because there's going to be a lot of people staying home, staying back at home. Like, man, wait till that price drop. Well, yeah, I'm fine on my PlayStation 5. I'm fine on my Xbox Series S or X, bruh. Ooh. But us knuckleheads, yeah, day one. How much? Damn, y'all hitting me. You hitting me. I ain't one of these dudes to get out here and talk about, oh man, I got money like this, like that. No. I'm just a humble servant here, just fighting to enjoy myself, just fighting to enjoy my time on this earth, playing some games. I'm just a gamer. Oh my God, Skywalker said Wolverine day one on Game Pass. Son, let's go. Hey, and that's to me, that's almost inevitable because I think I talked about this. I may have just was talking about this with Ham the other night, but there was a room there in the movie spaces. There's a rumor that's been going around talking about that Sony is really in talks with wanting to get Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers is adamant about like, look, if you want Warner Brothers, you got to get it all. So that means you got to get the DC franchises and all that, right? So the rumor is in these movie spaces and stuff is saying that Sony could be willing to sell Spider-Man back to Disney while Spider-Man is at its highest peak right now. Because I mean, like Sony would get the bag, and then that would be enough money for them to also help with that transfer for getting Warner Brothers and also doing some other projects for movies and games and everything else. Like they will get the bag. Marvel will be very, very happy to get Spider-Man back. So, and you know that Marvel is basically going to be putting, if any of that's true, like those are just rumors. Like, but it would make sense because if PlayStation is going to sit there and drop these games on other consoles, Spider-Man's going to be one of those games because that game is going to rake on Xbox. Xbox gamers is big. Right here, Sony, this, I know this, everybody knows this. You drop, I don't know about Horizon. I like Horizon Zero Dawn. I like Horizon Forbidden West. But you drop, and I don't know about The Last of Us either. I don't. But I do know God of War, Spider-Man, and Uncharted would rake on Xbox. I mean rake. Rake. You're talking about, man, there would be so many people buying God of War come up there. Man, you drop Spider-Man and God of War on Xbox, it's going to rake. No question, no doubt in my mind. So, do it. So if you're going to do this anyway, but they're going to do this slow drip thing. It's going to look really, it's going to give hope to some of these PlayStation stands out here for their channels and shit like that. Like, no, this is no different. This is no different when this was about what 5-6 years ago. We was talking about this on GRG, and I brought this up. I said, okay, so PlayStation is changing their logo from whatever it was to PlayStation Studios or Sony Studios, what PlayStation, something like that, whatever. It's some studios now. And in the interview, they were asking, and I forgot if was it Jim Ryan. I think it was Jim Ryan. It was Jim Ryan or it was Sean Layton. I can't remember which one it was at the time in the interview, and they said, well, we want gamers outside of PlayStation to recognize this logo, our new logo. And I said, oh, they're finna start really taking their games and putting them on PC. I remember having this conversation, and I remember I remember Dark Optimus and all that, like, you know, our resident PlayStation dude on the podcast. No, that doesn't have. They just want to change it. That's just one change. It's just a marketing tool. This, that, and the third. I said, no, man. You don't change your logo. I said, because you know what happened. You know who did that before that? Before what PlayStation did it? Xbox. And you know what Xbox did? Start putting a lot of games everywhere, all other places that like really went all in on putting them games on PC. This is the same thing. PlayStation is and that only just told you, not is just that hiring form that they have out there. Man, they have told you this. The head of the president of PlayStation have said it. We want to venture out. We want to put our games elsewhere. We know about how important our exclusives is. Yeah, they do. And they're saying, look, you ain't buying the exclusives like you're supposed to. We had faith in you, PlayStation community. You're not buying these games like that. And I know Loke got upset with me because I said the PlayStation community got that man from Square Enix fired. But I can't take, am I lying though? That man agreed with Sony. Sony agreed, trusted into the games, thinking that the gamers was going to spend money like they did with the PlayStation 4 generation. And they did that deal, and they sealed off the Final Fantasy franchise away from a competitor. And you know what? The facts are there. The data is there. None of those Final Fantasy games sold better than when those Final Fantasy games, the Final Fantasy 15. None of them. And people was like, well, look how much it sold. Look how much it sold. Final Fantasy 16 sold on Xbox. Hell, it's still charted. And the one thing about it is Xbox gamers are getting tired of this dumb shit. Like, no. And this is what, and it's going to break my heart, but this is the price you pay. You keep on playing these games and keeping these games off of Xbox. Xbox gamers is going to revolt back and tell you, no, keep your shit then. Because Black Myth Wukong, that was my game of the year. That game is tough. I want Xbox gamers to jump on that game, but I just don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. I just don't know if they will. Because that game should have been out. Even if it came out later in that year, like Baldur's Gate 3. Nobody would have tripped out. But you're talking about a whole full year and a half later. People have already seen endings and stories and played other stuff. And it's not a good look. Consumers are, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Xbox gamers are starting to be petty, and I like it. Like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you're going to try to do this for this no rest for the wicked? Go right ahead. Go right ahead and just leave it on PlayStation and PC. Yup. Watch what happens. But maybe he's over there looking to try to get that Game Pass money. I have no idea. But regardless of that, this is the reason why PlayStation is going. And PlayStation has told their fan base this is their strategy as well. They're going to start putting more games on other platforms. They're going to start putting games day and date. This was the arguments that they were saying to us for years. When Mooch was on GRG with us, and that was what it don't make sense, Kay. Why would they put games day and date on PC? You know why? Because you get more revenue from it. Every time that you delay that game from coming over to PC, that game is cheaper. It's already depreciated. So when Ghost of Yotai comes over to PC, it's not going to be $70. It's going to be 50 or 60. And I'll find a deal to where it's going to be about 40 and I'm going to be happy with it. All right. Cool. Whatever. What's called said, okay, Spider Drew said nobody said day and day. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They said it. They said it they said it in their little talk. We got to make these. This is what he said. They said they understand they've admitted that they're making really good revenue. They're making really damn good money off of PC sales. And so they're saying, but we also understand that there's some games that didn't hit the mark because they came in later. He didn't just come out and say, well, it's going to be day and date. No, they will be day and date. You know the funny talk is just no different than the stuff where they were saying, well, generations matter. It's the same thing. They said generations don't matter. They said backwards compatibility didn't matter. They said all this little cute language, and they still somehow pivot to do the same, the opposite. But they're telling you now. I don't know what else these PlayStation people need to understand. They telling you we're putting our games elsewhere. And it ain't going to just be on PC. We're going to start putting our games much more quicker on PC. Matter of fact, day and date for quite a few of them. I mean, there's PlayStation exclusives that's going to be coming day and date. I mean, Lost Soul Aside is going to come out. It's going to be day and date. Well, that's not a PlayStation exclusive. Yes, it is. Because it ain't on any other console. They pay for the marketing for it. You can't have it both ways with this funny talk that these people do. It's got to be Uncharted or something. It's going to happen because they're going to want to make the money. How are you're losing money by sitting there thinking that, because this is why you're losing money. See, they thought the strategy was sound, but the results didn't happen. They went and they said, okay, we're going to prioritize our PlayStation fan base by making this game come out first so they can buy consoles and they can buy the game and they can show it off and get people to want to buy more consoles and stuff like that. Yeah, that's great, but it ain't happening like that. It ain't happening like that. So you have to, they want to maximize their dollars. So why not put those games out there day and date? And you do make more money, because if you drop those games at $70, or hell, if they're going to try to push and do the $80 thing, $80, $70, $80, day one, same time, what does it matter? And then eventually, those games will drop on Xbox. But you know what's going to be funny? Because when those games drop on Xbox, they're going to be cheaper. So when Stellar Blade, her thickness in yams is going to finally be on the box. Bring her on down. It ain't going to be, it's going to be what? $50? The deluxe edition going to be what? 70? Yeah. So Xbox gamers ain't going to trip out too much about it. And then once it all calms down, and then the PlayStation community don't revolt and don't sit here and talk about they're done and they're only going to be on PC, and then the gaming media is going to sit there and glaze that PlayStation did the best thing in the world by letting everybody play their games, blah, 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 then it will calm down. And then Xbox gamers, you know what I'm saying? Then there'll be more day one titles dropping on everything. Nintendo gonna get some of these games too. Like, so they're gonna get the slate too. Like, man, the whole slate's gonna eventually come. It's just like I said. It's just what is going to be that first known single player IP from PlayStation that's gonna drop. That's gonna let people understand. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Ain't no turning back now. Because you drop a Returnal, you can't turn back. You drop a Horizon Forbidden West, you can't turn back from that. It was no different when I was trying to explain to people when Final Fantasy, when the Final Fantasy games was dropping on Xbox, or let's say Kingdom Hearts. When Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped, And I said, they gotta bring more Kingdom Hearts. No, they don't have to do that. Xbox, they don't sell on Xbox. They don't do this on Xbox, blah, blah, blah. They don't need Xbox. What came? Came a couple of years later, but what came after? It came the collection, the Kingdom Hearts collection, with all of those games, with all those Kingdom Hearts games. Same with Final Fantasy. It was like, listen, they're going to give they eventually are going to give up those Final Fantasy games. Now, I am surprised that we don't have Forspoken, but I think it's in the same kind of space as Bloodborne. I think that the studio closed down, and I know that Bloodborne hasn't closed. The studio from Software hasn't closed down, but I just don't think that they feel like that game has. And I think Sony would have to say, yeah, go ahead and do it. And I don't think Sony would go ahead and do it, because what that would do would be pissing off PlayStation, the PlayStation community, because they're like, oh, you're gonna put it on Xbox, and you know Xbox is gonna be filthy with it. They're like, oh yeah, X enhanced, and it might be play anywhere. So, oh my God, could you imagine Bloodborne coming to Xbox and it gets Series X enhanced, and that's a play anywhere title, so I can play with it on PC? No. So that ain't happening. I that would be beautiful, but it ain't gonna happen. That's why you'll never see that game. So the same thing can happen, and that's why I'm, and Forspoken was a really good game. It was really good. That combat was beautiful. So I'm looking at, okay, so read some more. Xbox support Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey to other platforms. Nothing old like that is going to be coming out there to, nothing old like that is coming to PlayStation, nor old games like that coming to Xbox. I think that's just too much work. That would be great for, PlayStation and Nintendo gamers to finally play that greatness, because Lost Odyssey is amazing. Blue Dragon is great too, but Lost Odyssey it's hard. Lost Odyssey is a hard ass game. After me going back and playing it again, and beating it again, bro, I forgot how hard that game was. I was like, ugh. And so then I didn't even know about the DLCs. So I went and played the DLCs, and I couldn't beat that last boss. I have to keep going around the world to kill that DLC boss. He's a monster. He's a big ass rat dude in a damn or mole or something like that, in a damn big ass robot suit. Nuts. He, man, one shot kill you, like, bro. I mean, my team is powerful. I mean, we wiped the floor of the main boss, and he was no punk. But no. So, but yeah, both of those would be great. But I just don't see that. I think that's just too much work, and I don't think that they would do that for older games like that. It would be nice, but I just want Xbox to do more of their backwards compatibility. They said they're going to start doing that, so we can start seeing maybe Transformers and Deadpool and things like that getting a resurgence. So I would love that as well. And also, so again, we're in an era now of the ecosystems. The era of the exclusive is over. I mean, because really, technically, if you really look at it from the standpoint of how it was all said last gen about what made a game an exclusive, because the one thing that they said about Xbox is why Xbox don't have exclusives, because their games went to PC. Well, then the same thing should be said about PlayStation, because all their games is on PC now. All of them, except the old games. All of them. So, I mean, get over it. It's over. The era of the exclusive is over. Yeah, Richie, Sony is pushing Horizon like crazy. They even put her on a Jensen Impact. Yeah, no. I mean, it's a sign. It looked like it's a sign, isn't it? It does look like a sign. It looks like a sign, and it could be Horizon that would be that first game. I don't know. I'm thinking something smaller, but it could be Horizon being that first game coming over to Xbox. Let me see what Spidey Drew said. He said Xbox and Nintendo already have PlayStation games. Yeah, no. I know that. Yeah, no, we know that. But those games are considered games as a service, right? And then so now PlayStation gamers don't well, not gamers, but PlayStation content creators don't even count MLB anymore. They say it's MLB. It's them that owns the property. It's not Sony. So they've already discredited that, which it's nuts, but whatever. But yeah, but Helldivers 2 is a different beast. The game did fantastic without Xbox, and they still said, no, we want more. We want more. Like, it's just the reality of it. They want more revenue. And it's just like when that Gears game drops on PlayStation, it's gonna cook, bro. It's gonna cook. When Halo drops, we'll see what kind of Halo they go, if they're going to do the remaster first or they're going to bring another Halo, because I know that they're going to give the last update is coming up pretty soon for Halo Infinite, because they're not going to be, their tournament. They usually do their updates, and they're going to do their last update, they said. So Halo Infinite is at its end. So I don't know if Halo Infinite would come to PlayStation. I think it would be the Halo remake and maybe the Master Chief Collection. That would make more sense, because if you're not doing any more development for Halo Infinite here after sometime the next year or somewhere like that, then it wouldn't make any sense to port it over to PlayStation. Now they could, but I just don't see the reason why they would do that. If they're going to do a remaster or a remake of Halo. So that's something that's a little confusing to me as well. So Forspoken would be too expensive for Square to optimize for Xbox. It was already broken on PlayStation. Yeah, and that's a great point too, Salpo. That's another reason. I think that like it was supposed to come and drop on Xbox, and it has not yet. Like, that was the one game that was Final Fantasy 16 and Forspoken were the ones that was slated, after 2 years that drop on Xbox, and Forspoken didn't. So yeah, I think Forspoken is out of there. So the only way that if you want to play it is if you got a PlayStation, you buy it, you play it there, or if you get it on PC. It's a matter of fact, it's on sale right now. It's well worth the play. It is. That combat, like I said, is great on Forspoken. I didn't like it at first, and then because I wasn't feeling the main character, because I didn't like the way that they written her at first, and then she grew on me once she started to, I started to understand her character more, where they were going with the game, and then everything started jumping off, and then but like I said, the thing that kept me going was the combat, and then the story finally started grounding out, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, here we go. And I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was. I gave it an 8.3, 8.2, something like that. I give it a B. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game was good. It was not bad at all. So I hate that Xbox gamers ain't getting a chance. I mean, if you got a gaming PC or a laptop or something like that, I would recommend give it a shot. It's on sale. So I need to go back and play that DLC as well. So anyway, let me read some more comments here. So day and date for multiplayer games like Token, or how you pronounce that game. That's that weird stuff, right? Like, it would be perfect for just dropping that game on everything day one, but PlayStation still want to play this little cute game, and yeah, it should sell really well. It looks hot. Like, I know I'm getting it day one. So on PC, of course, the definitive edition. So but I'm getting it, and I mean, if it drops on Xbox, I'm gonna double dip it. I'll get it for Xbox. So which it should drop on Xbox. But it's just one of those things, man. Like, they make these deals, they do something, and then they run with it, and so but the thing for me is that it should do really well, but when you think that there's games on PlayStation that you just know that that's going to be a hit, and it just does okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird dynamic. The times has changed. I think gamers just have to get used to it. I know some of the younger gamers, they out there, they understand it. They're all for it. I read the comments and see people on social media and they're like, good, we got this and that and the third. But it's one of these things too for us older gamers, us vets, root gamers as we're called. Like, yeah, it is a drastic change, insane change. So, but it's necessary because we want to keep gaming going. Because again, if PlayStation continue, and this even when you go into these different sites, and it's mostly heavy PlayStation sites like in Reddit and other places, like even these people, even like there'll be those people that still try to say that this, PlayStation doesn't need this, but then you have PlayStation dudes and ladies that comes out and just be honest about it. Like, yeah, no, PlayStation will fold if they don't make these moves. They like I said in the beginning of the stream, PlayStation spent so much money and lost so much money on those games as a service, man. Like they spent, I forgot how much how much did they spend on Concord? That was just a loss. They had to give people refunds. Then you look at for all that game development for that Last of Us game, for the Spider-Man MMO, for Twisted Metal, for all that was money that was put into game development. Those people was getting paid and the work was being done to make those games. All of that shit got canceled. And then studios got closed. Come on, people. We got to keep it real on this. That they lost billions. And then Spider-Man 2 didn't do what they thought. It didn't get the reception like they thought. And that game cost $300 and some million. Yeah, no, there's a lot of money that they put on the table that they lost. So of course they got to pivot. They got to change. They got to do something. They got to do something else. So Try Hard Fan said Stellar Blade Complete Edition is $80 on Steam. I thought it was 100. He said, I thought it was 100% worth it. I got Stellar Blade, but I did not get the Complete Edition. I just got the regular edition. So I might get I might check and see if there's a sale for the extra content or whatever. And if it is, I might cop. So, but I got to read what area, because if it's just her and her draws and some different type of draws, listen, that's fine. I don't need that. I just, what I'm saying? But if it's like some extra stuff, like an extra like story mode or something like that, I'll be with it. Let's see what Chili says. Sony is pushing her. Oh yeah, we just sit there and read that. Yeah, no. Okay, that's must be discussion to talk about Wolverine. Yeah, I'm not worried about Wolverine not looking good. It's just that it is kind of crazy that they showed that game so long ago, and then they're not showing it. So which is telling me is that might be a PlayStation 6 title. It could be one of those things where they'll have it on PlayStation, like it'll be on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6, but I think that they'll show the PlayStation 6 version of it. That's just my thoughts on it. I could be wrong, but anyway. You said South of Midnight should go day one on PlayStation Plus. Absolutely not. It should go and people need to buy it, like I did. So South of Midnight is very good. But I mean, if it goes on PlayStation Plus, that's fine. But you know what I'm saying? But if the game is well worth the purchase. So, and it's not like it's $60, $70. It's only $40. So it's well worth it. It's a really good game. South of Midnight is a great game. So hope when it does drop on PlayStation that people will give it a real chance, because it's a really good game. Zappo said they can't say that. They don't bite the hand that feeds. Oh, okay, that must be something else that's going on. So yeah, now it's just a weird situation. He said Death Stranding 2 will win Game of the Year because it's a dad simulator. No, it's not winning Game of the Year. It's going to be either Expedition 33 or it's going to be Donkey Kong. A lot of people are talking about Donkey Kong a lot. So I have not got a chance to play it. So I can't speak on it if it's good or not. I'm just going by word of mouth. People are really talking about how good Donkey Kong is. But I mean, there's still other games that's coming out as well that's going to be dropping that's going to be real. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be. I mean, I don't think it's fully over yet. No, as much as I would love for Ninja Gaiden 4 to be Game of the Year, it ain't gonna be Game of the Year. They really don't want to. I don't know. If it's a Souls game, they'll give it some love. But if it's a straight hack and slash, they can like. That's why I was like, Black Myth Wukong. How could you? Oh man, because it wasn't really a Souls game. It had soul. It was tough. It was a tough game. But it was a hack and slash. Yeah, it should have won. It should have won. Oh my God, so good. That was such a good game. Oh man, he says all of those studio closures, cancel projects, and failed third-party deals are going to come back and bite Sony eventually. We're seeing the end result now. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking. That's what it comes down to. They've lost so much money. And they're saying game development is going to take a little bit longer and it's going to be cheaper. They're not going to spend that type of money. I mean, Xbox is saying the same thing. So like they're like no. And if taking too long on the project, like what happened with and if the project happened dark ever see ya studio, nice knowing you. Give your severance package and get the hell on out. We ain't waiting a whole decade for you to this. You're not Take-Two. You're not hell, why I can't think of the people who make Grand Theft Auto. You're not them. Because we know that game ain't gonna be on that level. So no. We ain't waiting that long for that. So Donkey Kong Bonanza is really good. The facial animations are cringe, though. Well, I mean, it's a kiddie game, so Xbox to PlayStation. So, yeah, I just think that it's a Ocular fan. He posted something. Let's see what that's. You wildin', Ocular. That's funny as hell. Anyway, that's funny. Anyway, so I think I've said enough of what I'm going to say about it. I don't want to talk about anything else. I was really happy about this news. It had a grin on my face all weekend long. Man, it's happening. It's going to happen. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's one of these things where PlayStation going to take their time with it, and that's fine. We're patient. We're patient bots, but we know it's coming. You know, I mean, like Final Fantasy, they said it wasn't coming. Final Fantasies are here. It's all she wrote. The game has changed, ladies and gentlemen. PlayStation, the whole slate, bring them on in. I want those Series S and X enhancements. I want them. We want them. I mean, we don't need them, but we'll take them. Yeah, he said it's better lag over there. So it is great. It's great news. Everybody can sit there and play these games together and enjoy stuff. I mean, you know, The Last of Us 1 and 2. Hey, bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Ghost of Tsushima. Yo, what Tsushima? Wait, yes. Let the Xbox community enjoy that greatness while on top of playing Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable, and all the greatness as well. It just sounds right, don't it? Doesn't it? Just sounds right. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, Days Gone, Ratchet and Clank, the new Sly Cooper. Bring it all. Let's do it. Let's go. I mean, if y'all make another Killzone or something, bring it on over. Come on. The water's warm over here. You know, let's go ahead. Bring Gran Turismo. Bring them on, man. Bring them on through. We'll take care of you. We'll take care of them. We'll take care of them games over there. We'll help you out. PlayStation failed to make Horizon live service. They are now. So yeah, I did read that before I started about they're suing Tencent over that game. Now that game has been shown for about 2 years now. or definitely for about a year and a half, and ain't heard nothing from Sony. And now you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yep, Sony over here trying to see, because that game do look just like Horizon, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, so could uh could Ubisoft sue Sony for like games that kind of favor looking like Assassin's Creed, the open world games? Like, I mean, like what are we doing here? Because Sony do make games that kind of favor other games out there. I think it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's very rare to find a game that doesn't have a similar template of some sort from other games, especially if they're really good, great games that were really dope, and so they use a little bit of it. There's not that many, or there are a lot of original games, but most of them are indie, and a lot of people don't know about those games. But like bigger known titles or games that's kind of in that double A type of space, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I think that I don't know. It does look like Horizon. So I mean, I don't know. So it is wild though that Sony wasn't doing anything until all of a sudden here just recently. So I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. So yep, that short is funny. That's hilarious. It said it's funny because without exclusivity hype, the PlayStation gamers are so bad. Oh my God, man. We're in a. Oh, he said. Sapo said, "Let's not forget about marathon, brother. I don't. Is it? Are we really gonna get marathon? Is marathon even gonna come out? I mean, did we? I know that they pushed it back, but did they give us a new date? I didn't see a new date. I knew that they delayed it, but I don't know if they have a new date. I didn't see a date yet. I can't even imagine to play God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us on my Xbox again. Such slogs. Oh, come on, Skywalker. Those games were good. The Last of Us, I still haven't beat the first Last of Us. I've said that many times. It's something about it that I just can't get through it. Last of Us 2 I beat. I really did like it. But I want to play the PC version of it. So I could really, get. I hated the ending. I really hated the ending a lot, but I thought that was a damn good game, though. The animations and stuff was fantastic, and it had a pretty cool story until, like I said, I hated the ending. They was trying to. I don't know. It was so confusing about how they were. I mean, like I wanted Abby to get some work, and when I did give her the work, and then I'd say, oh no, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to say the game if you haven't beat it, but anyway, Horizon. I don't know. Horizon is just one of those games to me. It's just like, it's something that it's a time suck, as they call pause. If you never heard that phrase, but it's just, again, I can get into it. I can get lost in its world by doing all different types of things. That's why I like it. It's not a overly intense game, but I just, it can be, especially if you play on a harder difficulty and them damn robots can get kind of crazy. But I mean, I don't know, man. It ain't the best game in the world, but I just like the Horizon games. They're beautiful, but they just, and I like Aloy. I think she's a cool character. I do. I like Aloy. She's, she don't have to be rah. She's kind of, cool, but I don't know. I like Horizon. But God of War is everything. So for me, God of War is my favorite PlayStation game. So, or franchise. So yeah, God of War. Even though I'm looking forward to seeing where they go past this God of War. Doing the Norrøn mythology. So hopefully they'll go. They're talking about Egypt. That'll be sweet. I would love that. But still, we'll see. We'll see what they'll do with God of War. He says, "Oh, I get that phrase, K Mega." Just kidding. I don't. Stop it, Ocular fan. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, I guess on that note, I need to get to pushing. Hey, and if you haven't seen this game before that you've been seeing in the background, it is the Bleach Fighter. It's Bleach Rebirth. It's really, really dope. I've played it on Fight Night a few times. But yeah, it's a cool game. So if you guys like it, man, get it. Go give it. It's on sale right now. I believe it is. It was, or maybe I got it confused with Naruto Naruto Connections. But either way, check it out. It's a really cool game. So hopefully that you enjoyed the gameplay of it. He sit there and said, I saw people who believe God of War 2018 has good gameplay. It looks like South of Midnight to me. I mean, listen. For me, I personally believe that the old God of War's combat is better. Well, much more. It's fun. It's a lot more fun and just savage. But I have to say, God of War's combat is once you got those chaos blades. I mean, I like the axe. The axe was my most used weapon, but the chaos blades, when you can mix all that together with the spear and all that, man, it got sick. I was like, okay, this is tough. So. And the brutalities and stuff like that. So I mean, you know what? Yeah, the wholesome family thing. Yeah, Atreus got on my nerves in the first one. He's got on my nerves a little bit in this second one, but because I haven't beat Ragnarok yet. But I think those are good games. Those are good games. I'm not against them. I was at first. Because I was like, it's not my God of War. I don't want to deal with it and blah, 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 blah. But then Sin Vendetta got me a copy. He donated me a copy, and I really appreciated that. And I ate crow. I sit there and I came back and I admitted I showed my gameplay, and people can go on PlayStation, see my stats. I beat it. So I would tell you this. Those Valkyries was no joke. To kill all those Valkyries. Woo, that last one that had everybody's powers. I'm like, okay, this hoe got this hoe got to die. This hoe got to die, but she whooped my ass quite a few times until I had it all, I figured it out. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. I got to enjoy God of War 18. I had to eat crow on that one because I was really against it. But it was actually really good. So Ragnarok. It seems good. Like I said, I haven't beat it yet, but it for some reason it's kind of it ain't grabbing me like 2018 did. Maybe because it wasn't a free copy. But anyway, but I don't know. But I'll go back to it. It's the same thing that's happened with Spider-Man 2 with me, because Spider-Man the Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales. I played from beginning to end, finished, did everything in Spider-Man. Did the backpacks, all that. I said everything. So when I talk about everything within the story, I did not beat the DLCs on Spider-Man 2018, but I did everything in Miles Morales, and Miles Morales was just great. God, Miles Morales was fantastic. So with Spider-Man 2, I've got about, 15 hours into it, and I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'll get back to it, though. Maybe it's just like, I can only take so many PlayStation type of games because they all kind of coexist in the same kind of ecosystem. And I kind of like, sometimes I got to venture out and then come back. So anyway, but all right. I thank you guys for coming through, checking me out. Remember, if you are new here, please be kind to get that subscribe button, like button as well. What's up? So, I see Husky right here saying, "What's good, family? What's happening?" Yeah, I'm just about to ready to get on out of here. I'm going to stream tomorrow. Probably some Killing Floor 3. I picked that up. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to probably stream a little bit of that. I've had Ready or Not for a while, but I had it on PC. I have it on PC, and it wasn't controller friendly, and I was like, this is way too complicated for my feeble fingers to try to play that game. Oh, but now it's got controller support, and so I'm seeing people playing it and really liking it on Xbox, and so it's got crossplay and all that. So I'm gonna probably jump on there with Ham and them tonight and finally give me a true playthrough playing that game. So, but yeah, will most likely stream some Killing Floor 3. Let you guys check that out, and then I'll do my thoughts again tomorrow as well, since I normally do them on Tuesdays. But I had to talk about this PlayStation thing, get it off my chest. So thank you guys so much for checking me out, and follow me for anywhere on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch, on I even got my I've got my Facebook can't make a Facebook page back up. It was out about for a minute. Let's see. Husky said next GRG episode in a few weeks. Yes, the 11th is when GRG will make its appearance again. So get ready for that. Matter of fact, I need to go ahead and get that logo and stuff up that people know that we'll be going live 8 p.m. On the 11th on Friday. So, well, thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, well, let me drop this poll on you. Anyway, will PlayStation release one of their known single player games on Xbox? Good God. 97% of you guys said yes. 97% said yes. 2% said no. Good God. 97%. So everybody knows what's popping. Everybody knows what's popping. So let's go. The whole slate, PlayStation. The whole slate. Bring us what we want. Bring the people what they want. You said, you said the 11th. So the 11th. Okay, so when? Okay, hold on. You guys told me the 11th. So now you said that's a Monday. So hold on, let me look. Now you gotta make me look on the thing. Hold on. Hold or. All right, so August. So the 8th. It's the 8th. Is it? Hold on. When did we last do the last GRG? Hell, I can't remember. Whatever. But somebody said the 11th. So anyway, we'll just do it on the 8th. Hell, we'll just do it on the 8th. So that Friday on the 8th, GRG will be going live. Let's just do that. All right. Viper said that. Okay, well, no, it's the 8th then. We'll just do it the 8th. Or, hold on. It's the 8th or was he talking about that week where the 11th or the 15th? So which one you want to do, the 8th or the 15th? We can come in on the 15th like a check, you know what I'm saying? Like a government check or your payroll check. Or we can come in on the 8th like, I don't know, what people get paid on the 8th? Usually get bills and shit on the 8th. Around the 1st and between the 1st and the 10th. Lord have mercy. Anyway, well, we come in like a bill. I don't know, whatever. Whichever one's fine with you. So it'll be either the 8th or the 15th. So that's it. So we'll get it figured out, and then I'll have it posted so you guys will know. And when I do another My Thoughts, I'll let you guys know thoroughly when it is. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Have a blessed one. I will see you guys later. Peace.